Inside the stories that affect you. This is Inside KELOLAND.
Hey, good evening and thanks for having us in. Today on the show, the Sioux Empire Home Show is coming up. Now, while this weekend's weather may have you wanting to stay inside, we're looking at the hot housing trends this year. An age-old play with a unique twist at Dakota State University, and it's one of the happiest times of the year. Yeah, we're talking to the Girl Scouts about their annual cookie sale. And if you're looking to get a haircut, hold off. You could shave your head for a good cause. We'll explain. Well, it's time to see the hottest new products and trends for your home at the Sioux Empire Home Show. Joining me now is Kim Hefner-Hines, the Sioux Empire Home Show co-chair. Well, this is the area's longest running home and outdoor living show. So what makes it last so long?
I think the thing that makes it last so long is it's fresh every year. So every year our builders and our vendors will bring in all of their new products that they have, new services that they have to offer. And so every year you can see something new and different. It's not just the same thing every year.
It's a lot of fun to go around and look at stuff. You can spend hours looking at everything there.
You sure could spend hours if you want. We are in both the convention center and the arena, so we've got plenty of booths. We have over 240 booths to look at this year.
Yeah, so what can people expect from everything that's there?
You know, probably the most popular things are going to look at things like new faucets and new kitchen cabinets and things like that. Landscapers are ever popular because by the time end of February rolls around, everybody's really just kind of over winter.
Yeah.
And so to go out and see everything that the landscapers have brought out is a lot of fun. There's a lot of floral and there's fountains in the arena and things like that, waterfalls and things. But then you also have the standbys. You know, if you're looking for someone that can put new gutters on your house, those guys are there. If you're looking for a lender that can finance your project, those people are there. So it's a one-stop shop, so you can find anything that you want for your building and remodeling projects.
Well, I like that you said it gives a suggestion that spring and summer are coming, so maybe I'll go and check those out eventually.
We're praying.
And you said there are things that are new every year. Are there some really cool things that you want to talk about that are new this year?
You know, there's a lot of good stuff every year. This year, probably the most fun thing that I know of, we've got some virtual reality goggles.
Okay.
So if you want to put on these goggles, it can basically walk you through a floor plan of a house, from what I understand anyway. I haven't put them on. But you can walk through a floor plan of a house and kind of see what things are going to look like in 3D. So that's really kind of cool because a lot of people cannot read blueprints.
Yeah, and things end up looking so different off of paper when it's so that gives you a better idea of what you can expect.
You betcha, you betcha. We've got swimming pools, the Viking swimming pools that are out there. One of our vendors has brought some of them before. All kinds of new techniques and products from the painting companies, you know, new blinds, mini blinds and shades and things like that. So really there's something for everybody.
Are you still seeing a lot of the same trends? I know a lot of people are into white kitchen cabinets and the marble countertops and stuff. Are you still seeing a lot of those home trends?
We are seeing a lot of that, but I'll tell you one thing that I've seen over the past probably year or two, that anything goes.
Okay.
So white is popular, gray is popular,
Yeah, I've seen
painted
that.
gray cabinets. We have a new color in black cabinetry that you're going to see a lot of. You're going to see everything from a chrome faucet to a gold faucet. Gold's
Fancy.
coming back in again. And black, wrought iron black faucets and things like that. So you're going to see lights and darks and millwork and doors. So, you know, it's kind of like whatever your dream is, we can put it together at the home show because there's no one thing that's in right now.
Well, and then, yeah, people really like to custom make pretty much everything now. They want to tailor it to what they like. So
absolutely, and that's what the people at the home show can do. It's their first opportunity to sit down and talk to you briefly, maybe, about what your plan is for build or remodel.
When you mentioned just the sheer volume of booths that you have, what do you think it is that keeps the people coming back to keep interacting with people who are looking at homes, looking at things to do with their homes?
You know, owning a home is something that it keeps evolving. You know, you might build a new home and then 5 years from now you want to do something different in it, or you might want to finish the basement or add on a sun porch or something like that. So the one place that you can always find the people that can help you get through those projects is at the home show. So again, like I say, it's something new every year. Always new products. There's going to be a bus inside the convention center that has audio visual stuff.
Okay.
So for anybody who likes the big screen TVs and the sound and all that kind of good stuff, we even have things like that coming in. So.
Okay. Yeah, that's probably where you would find my dad if he came to that.
And my husband right with him.
I'll give my dad a call in Minnesota and tell him to come visit.
You bet.
So when people do go, how much are tickets and how can people get them?
Tickets are $7 at the door, and we have discount coupons, and they are available by going to our website.
Okay.
You can also buy them in advance at Lewis Drugs. Plus, you can get a 3-day wristband for $10 if you go out to the Arena Convention Center. So if you're someone that wants to go out and kind of look around and then bring your spouse back the next day and show them what you found, you can get a 3-day wristband for $10. So that's quite the bargain.
And where can people park when they go there?
The great thing this year is we are not up against the Summit League this year, and we are not up against the wrestling tournament. So we have free on-site parking. We don't have to shuttle from anywhere.
Well, it can be a competition to get parking spots.
Amen.
And speaking of competition, you have something called the building block competition. What is that, and sounds like a good opportunity for students?
Oh, we're thrilled about this. This is about 5 years in the making.
Okay.
We're going to have the students come in. We'll have 20 per age group. They'll come in and they'll build a Lego house. And so as you can imagine, the kindergartners and pre-kindergartners, they're probably just going to stack a bunch of blocks up, on top of each other, maybe put a window or a door in the middle and call it good. But we go all the way up to freshmen in high school. And so those folks, we're going to actually judge on their creativity and livability of the house and things. So you're going to see it evolve from the little kids to the older kids, what they're going to actually build and design. So we have Legos and we have doors and windows and roofs and all kinds of stuff. They get a bag of Legos and they put them together and they win cash prizes.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we even have a parent-child competition.
Okay.
So if you have a child that's kind of shy and doesn't want to do it by themselves, mom or dad, grandpa or grandma can help too.
Oh, there you go. Fun for the whole family.
Yeah, so sign up on our website for that, hbasouempire.com, and there's a link to go right to the building blocks competition.
Very good. Thank you for sharing this with us. We
Absolutely.
appreciate it. All right, and once again, the Sioux Empire Home Show begins Friday at the Sioux Falls Convention Center and Arena. The days and times are listed on your screen. Still ahead, another event you can do next weekend is see the classic play Frankenstein, but students at Dakota State are putting it on with a very unique twist. We'll show you coming up. We've all heard of the Frankenstein, right? But students at Dakota State University in Madison are performing a modern-day take on the classic. The play is being performed in the Beacom Institute of Technology to feature the large screen with constant cyber threats around the globe as part of the set. Joining me now is Emily Furman-Pieper. She's the Director of Theater Productions, right on the end there. And we have two DSU students with her, Kenny Olson, Art Director, and Jasmine Hoagland, a writer on the creative team for the production. Okay, so this is really interesting. What's different about this play versus the classic that a lot of people know?
Well, not a lot of it's different. It's very similar to the classic. It's just we modernized it. We added technology and new modern pieces into the show, which make it different.
Yeah, why was that fun to do that?
Well, we have all this technology at our disposal, and so we get to implement it in ways that maybe it wasn't geared towards in the theatrical space, which is really cool and really different, really new.
And Jasmine, being on the creative team, how was your role in handling all this, modernizing it?
Well, when we started the show, we had no idea what we were going to do. Our cast list started with the old titles, like our student members were, what did we call them? Townspeople.
Okay.
But if we wanted to modernize it, we couldn't exactly call them townspeople.
Right.
So the story evolved. We evolved them, and they became students.
Okay, yeah. So making it, I guess, very relatable to the student body and the people in a college town to see it.
Right.
Oh, that's awesome. And so this kind of interests me, the large screen with cyber threats. Tell us what that means.
That's my favorite part of the space.
All right, everyone, clear out. We're going to talk about this.
Yeah, it was when you walk into the Beacom Institute of Technology, there's a really large screen on one end of the kind of atrium space, the collaborative space. And the first time I was ever in there, it has a global map with live cyber attacks.
Okay.
And you can trace what countries are doing what, and it's up to date, and these things are just happening. And we're in a building where students are learning how to defend against those things and how to innovate and use their computer skills to be on a defensive and to do all of that, kind of white hat hacking and things. So when we thought of modernizing Frankenstein, we didn't want to say, well, it's a play and we'll have it in a typical space of the theater. We thought, what if it came into the space where they're doing all of those technical things? So it really took over that idea of the modernizing and the townspeople into students, and basically asking that question, what would Frankenstein look like if it was written here today in these circumstances versus 200 years ago?
So you found a way to have, I guess, DSU's DNA play into this story and vice versa.
Yeah, I'd say
Yeah,
definitely.
this show specifically only works at DSU.
Okay.
We wrote it and casted it with the students in mind, and the students wrote it, and it takes place in the Beacom Institute of Technology. So it's like very geared towards that space, and where the space works for us.
And does this look at the question of ethics in modern day fields when we're talking about cyber and artificial intelligence?
Oh yeah, totally.
I would say the biggest thing in the themes, that question of unintended consequences.
Okay.
When you have the original Dr. Frankenstein, who's just evolving in these scientific exploits that are unchecked, and just because he can do it doesn't mean he should do it. And then we follow the tragic circumstances that happen once this creature is here, but unattended. There's the abandonment, there's, all of those elements that inform what that creature does next. So even in the world of cyber ethics, you'd have to say, how do we know that what we're doing is on the right track?
Yeah.
And, at DSU, a lot of the classes are making sure that that's included. I remember when my husband was taking his classes there and signed a contract that, yes, this is information that we were learning to use in the right way.
Yeah. Well, and I think you touched on a theme. We live in a social media place and time now, and we inform a lot of people by our likes and our clicks and stuff. So does that play a role in it at all? Possibly.
Yeah, it really
just
does.
a little bit.
Okay. Well, we have to wrap up the discussion quick, but tell us about the discussion with the audience after the play. What happens there?
Well, the play focuses on very dark themes, and it's a tragedy, so it just gets progressively darker and darker. And so we want to kind of help the audience process those thoughts and emotions, and then how that plays in with the world today. And so they're not like running out the theater with pitchforks and flame torches.
Yeah, we don't want that.
No.
All right. Well, thank you very much for sharing all this with us. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, this play has a mature theme for audiences 13 and older. The performances will take place at 7:30 p.m. beginning on Thursday through Saturday. General admission is $8, and the performances will be limited seating and must be reserved in advance. We'll put the ticket information on KELOLAND.com. It's Girl Scout cookie time. We're hearing from the trusted salespeople themselves about these once-a-year favorites. Part of the Girl Scout troops. Thank you for joining us and talking about this. And you brought props.
Right.
I like those,
Yep.
especially the ones that you can eat.
Yeah, and they stay.
I knocked them over.
That's all right.
Yeah. So, quick, which cookies do you sell the most of?
I sell the Samoas and Thin Mints the most because most people like those a lot.
Yeah, those are always good ones. They go fast around here.
Yeah.
What's your favorite kind?
My favorite is the Tagalong.
Okay, that's my favorite too. We're twinning on two things. We like the same cookie, and you noticed that we matched, right?
Yeah, because my hair is the same color as your tie.
Yep, there we go. We didn't even call each other. So you recently attended Cookie University, right? Tell me about that.
So I learned about wants versus needs, and then I earned my Give Back badge. Part of running our cookie business is giving back to our community, so we do this thing called the Gift of Caring, where we get with the change that we get, and they say keep it.
Okay.
We use that money to pay for Girl Scout cookies to give it to military so they can enjoy the sweet stuff too.
Oh wow, do they like that?
Yes, they
Yeah.
really do.
Oh, that's wonderful. Selling cookies. How many boxes did you sell last year?
I sold 1,111 all ones, right?
What? Oh my gosh! High five. How did that feel?
It felt good.
Yeah.
And this year my goal is 1,250.
Okay. So I bet you'll get to that goal. So Marla, the cookie program, what do the girls learn from it? It seems like they're learning a lot.
Yeah, so the Girl Scout Cookie Program is the world's largest girl-led business, and so that's a big part of it. And so really they power their adventures while developing leadership experience for a lifetime, and we're really developing the next generation of leaders.
Yeah.
And as they do that, there's some essential skills that they learn that lead to success in leadership and life, I would say. And one of the first things they do is goal setting, as Maddie does. The girls all set their own goals, and whether they want to sell 20 boxes or 1250, if they make their goal, that's a part of what they're deciding they want to do. And then that leads to decision making, where they are deciding how they're going to go about that, and how they're going to get to their goals, and where they want to sell cookies and how they're going to do that. And then eventually they're talking about how they spend their troop proceeds, which leads to money management, which includes budgeting. And along with budgeting, they have to make change and all sorts of things like that. And really one of the biggest things is people skills. So they learn a lot about talking to people. They hear a lot of yeses, they get a lot of questions, and they get some no's. And so they learn from all of those things. And then the final skill that's really important as they're going through this is business ethics. So they act responsibly during the entire program.
Yeah. So you're becoming a future business leader, it sounds like. Oh, that's great. And you talked about all of these life skills that they learn from doing this. So when they sell a box of cookies and the money they raise, so that must help out a lot of different things. Where does all that money go?
So the Girl Scout Cookie Program, of the many opportunities girls have to participate in Girl Scouts, this one is really about running their own business. And I can tell you, as you talk to people, whether you're selling, with the girls as they're out selling, it really develops confidence that lasts a lifetime. People reflect on their time doing that. So as they do that, it fuels their adventures and their experiences and the programs they participate in. So all of the proceeds from the cookie program stay local. And so as you're buying these delicious cookies, you're really helping the wider community. And so beyond what girls might decide to participate in program-wise through us, whether it's travel, we've had girls in London last year, we had girls in China, and also they do a lot of programs in science, technology, engineering, and math. They do those things, but they also very often are taking on community projects in their own local communities, and they are known to go and find out what is the challenge and then solve it. And it could be something at an animal shelter. They've done things everywhere from there to food banks to a variety of whatever their community needs.
And I wanted to ask you before we wrap up, what would you say to other kids who want to get involved in Girl Scouts?
Well, I say if you like science, you should join Girl Scouts. And also, once you join Girl Scouts, you'll get to do fun things with your troop and go to camp.
Okay.
And also, you'll get to start traveling. Once you're get into your second year of brownies or farther, you can start traveling, because I think I'm probably going to go to the Omaha and go to the Omaha Zoo and sleep over there.
Oh, nice. That'll be fun. I've heard good things about that place. I think we have to wrap up soon, but I have one more question. The s'mores cookies, which box are those?
They're way in front.
They're way in front?
They're the brown ones.
Okay, so you had a pro tip for these. What should you do if you're going to eat these?
Well, if you're going to eat these and you really want a gooey s'more, just put these cookies in the microwave for 5 seconds, and they're perfect. They're just like a regular old s'more.
All right, did everyone write that down? All right, thank you very much for being on with us, and thank you.
Yes.
Okay, shaving your head for a good cause. Next, you'll hear about St. Baldricks and what it has planned for this year when Inside KELOLAND returns. It's almost St. Patrick's Day, and while everyone is going green for the holiday, another organization wants you to go bald. It's almost St. Baldrick's Day. Joining me now, Rodney and Gavin DeHaven, right over there, father and son. They will be shaving their heads, and we have Patrick Wilde, a 10-time shavee. I want to ask you this. 10 times. You've shaved your head 10 times.
This year will be my 10th.
Okay. Tell me about that first time that you did it. What'd you think?
The first time, I was kind of nervous about it when I was up on the stage. I didn't really know much going into it, what the cause was, at least that I can remember, because it was almost 10 years ago. Afterwards, I was kind of excited about it. I was like, oh, this kind of sets me apart. This kind of means something to me.
Why does it mean so much to you to help out with this?
It means so much because my best friend, he passed unfortunately 4 years ago because of cancer. He got me into it, and I was doing it at first with him as kind of a fun thing to kind of help him. And then after he passed, I did it more so to honor him with the shaving and the raising of the money.
So do you feel proud every year that you do it then?
Yes, I do. I'm very proud that I do it and that so many others do it.
And we have, our father and son duo over there. So tell me about what got you into this.
Well, real quick, I was coaching a youth girls basketball team, and they won a tournament. I said if they did, I would shave my head. Long story short, they let me get involved with this event. We went to the event. He wasn't originally going to do it with me, but we got there, and he saw all the characters and the big event, everything that was going on, and he jumped up on stage.
And you just got into it.
The next year we did it together, and then after that, I was going to be done, and he wanted to continue. So yep.
So what did you think about all this?
It was fun, and well, when I first got there, I saw that they were doing it. I was like, okay, I will go with it. Let's go with this.
Very nonchalant.
Yep.
Does it make you proud knowing that you are helping raise awareness and helping people?
Yeah, but last year I got in 9th place for raising money for it.
Oh, cool.
And well, the kid got in 1st place, got a huge medal. But what was the question again?
Do you feel proud? Do you feel proud doing this?
Yes, I very do. I feel bad.
He actually did a lot of the fundraising himself.
Okay.
I do a lot on Facebook, but he went out and scoured the neighborhood and asked for donations from neighbors and
So is this a good family thing to do?
It has been.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to shave last year, but since he reached his goal, I did.
Okay.
So we'll probably continue that trend. Our goal keeps going up as we keep hitting it, so we'll see where it takes us.
Do you, in your experiences, do you find that, are people nervous about doing it, and then are they glad that they did it afterwards because it is so important?
Yeah, actually a lot of people do, especially their first time, will go up there fairly nervous, and then as soon as they get done, it's all smiles. They can't really believe what they just did, but they're excited about it.
I still like that you said that you didn't really notice it was happening until you saw yourself.
Yeah, it was kind of surreal, almost, because I've been 7 years of my life with all my hair, and then to suddenly have it go, it's like, that's gone.
Well, and real quick, what would you say to people who think, I'd like to do this, but I'm not sure? What do you tell them to encourage them quick?
Hair grows back. It grows back in a couple weeks. You're back to normal, but you help people with this research. It's never ending.
Well, very good, and congratulations to all of you for helping with such a good cause. Thank you for being on with us.
Thank you.
Thanks.
You can get all of this information about St. Baldricks on the Inside Kelo page on KELOLAND.com. You can find out more about today's topics online at KELOLAND.com. Just click on the Inside KELOLAND section. That's all the time we have for today. Be sure to join us again next week for more on what's going on inside KELOLAND.